Well, what? We're gonna meet on. We're gonna meet at YouTube. What is YouTube anyway? YouTube is not a singular entity. YouTube is not a monolith. YouTube is several. It's what is it? Millions of things. YouTube is millions of restaurants. Choose which restaurant you go to wisely. The majority of restaurants are abysmal. They are deleterious to your health. I hope my YouTube restaurant has some salubrious, healthy contributing factor. I don't know. I'll let you decide. So I'm going to do a video essay today. You know, I realized the only thing I have to offer to the watch world is what I call the video essay. The argument, a civil argument, where we interrogate ideas rigorously. We have counterarguments, we have rebuttals, we do rigorous argumentation, mostly about the my personal watch addiction. So if you're not addicted to watches, and a lot of things I say do not apply to you. I do not have a one-size-fits-all approach to the watch hobby. Before I present my my video essay, let me just take care of some housekeeping. It's so funny. I made a video recently, and I said I was going to buy a Honda Accord over the Toyota Camry. And it's weird. I can't imagine the Accord without imagining the existence of the Camry. They kind of need each other. Kind of like Citizen needs a Seiko, and Seiko needs Citizen. And I was thinking I'd get the Accord. What? I flipped. Here's what happened. Close to a week ago, I had dinner with my engineering friend, Pedro. He's an engineer. He likes high-tech stuff. He used to be into watches. He's not anymore. Hey, God bless him. Hey, if you're free from that misery, God bless you, brother. But he's replaced it with other miseries. He had dinner with me. We're at the kebab shop, and he says, yeah, I broke down, dude. I spent $70,000 on a Lexus. And I first thought he got like this, big Lexus SUV or something. But no. He got an RC 350. It's a little coupe. He got it in obsidian black. And it's a 350 V6. I don't even think they make it anymore. But, that suits him. He's not married. He doesn't have children. So for me, I would have to get at the minimum, a sedan. So I had FOMO. Because he got a Lexus, and I wanted some of that Lexus energy. And so I started thinking, did some research. And even though the Camry is a smush smaller than the Accord, the decked out Camry XSE in heavy metal gray has some Lexus energy. I think that'd be my next car. So I configured it, and it would be the perfect car for me because it would have that Lexus vibe. And then I'm having my cake, and I'm eating it too. By that I mean I'm having my cake, I'm eating it too. I'm driving a Lexus, but it's practical, so I'm getting the best of both worlds. So yeah, once I figured that out, I said, well, let's not get it. Maybe in a year or so, when your girls start driving, and you give them your car. And it's so funny that the imagination, once it conceives perfection, the satisfaction is in the head, and you don't need to buy the actual thing that represents perfection. The same thing, there's a watch. There is a watch that is the most savage watch design of the last decade. And I won't buy it. It's close to $5,000. But I want to buy it just on principle alone. But I like it more than a principle. I like the actual look of this watch. But just on principle alone, I would like to buy this watch. Let me tell you, it's a Tudor FXD Pelagos GMT. That's a mouthful. A Tudor Pelagos FXD GMT. That's fun. I don't know I don't know what to call it. It's just like the Tudor military watch. And it's 42 millimeters. It has this cream retro lume on it. And so it looks amazing. But that's just part of it. It's so savage. It was designed so that you can only wear it on a NATO. You can't put it on a rubber strap. You can't fit it to a bracelet. NATO. And I'm so impressed by the savage mood of Tudor to do that. The confidence. In fact, if I had that watch, I would be so full of myself. I would belong to the FXD club, the NATO FXD club, where we just sit around full of excessive self-regard, and we belong to this exclusive club. It's like such a savage statement by Tudor. Here's what they're saying. You get this watch. We're not playing games, buddy. You're gonna wear it on the NATO. You're gonna wear it on the NATO, and you're done, dude. Don't insult us with trying to wear something else on. It's NATO. I'll tell you what this reminds me of. For those of you who don't live around here, I live in Southern California. There is an annoying, pretentious hipster coffee bar in Silver Lake. It's called Intelligentsia. Oh my God, dude. By the way, I buy Intelligentsia coffee. It's good. But man, this coffee bar is pretentious. And so you buy coffee there, right? Some dude with a big beard, some hipster is making coffee at Intelligentsia. And you go, can I have some cream and sugar with that? That's like telling Tudor to take the NATO off. The security officer at Intelligentsia will just guide you out of Intelligentsia. He'll point to the Starbucks across the block. You want to be basic? Go get your Starbucks coffee over there, pal. Right there. That's pretty much what Tudor has done with the FXD GMT on a NATO, nothing else but NATO. I love that. I want to have it. There's something extreme. I must be some sort of extreme cultist deep inside of me. You better watch that, McMahon. You better watch. I don't like it. I don't like what you're doing. I don't like where you're going with this whole NATO thing. I don't like it. I mean, you're enjoying your orange stuff. I don't know, but so I just want to get some housekeeping out of the way. Am I going to buy the Tudor? Probably not. I mean, I'm satisfied right now. Well, first of all, if I brought it home, my wife would go, "What? You spent $5,000? The watch doesn't even have a bracelet. What is that, fabric? I could have bought that fabric at Joann's. What are you doing, nincompoop?" So that's a conversation I don't want to have, but I'm satisfied with the perfection of that Tudor Pelagos FXD GMT on a NATO, just as I'm satisfied that if I were to buy a car today, it would be the decked out Camry XSE, probably all-wheel drive, in the heavy metal gray. And just knowing that I know what perfection is for a consumer product, in some cases, is satisfying enough that I don't have to buy it. Or so I tell myself. So anyways, I just want to get that business out of the way. I want to go over an argument that I gave last time on my last video. I made an argument that, and this was part thought experiment. It wasn't an argument that I believe applies to everyone. It was part thought experiment and part a way for me to deal with my own watch issues, problems, anxieties, sensibility. And what I was doing, I was arguing that many of us are better off not having any diversity, any variety in our collection, just a small, minimalist, consistent collection. And I talked about the problems that I have with big collections based on experience. And I talked about how if my collection gets really big, I have wrist rotation anxiety. constantly anxious about which watch I'm putting on my wrist, and it becomes more misery, more anxiety, more of a sense of a full-time job than a source of joy for me, that wrist rotation anxiety. And my second argument was the watch potency principle, that as I got more and more watches, the enjoyment, the potency of the watches. For example, if I got more there's variations of this watch now. I can get this in GMT, I can get this in Blue Wave, but then I get those things and then suddenly this becomes less delicious. This SLA055, it becomes less delicious. And don't ask me why. When I wear it on the bracelet, it's gorgeous, but for some reason I connect with it more on a strap. Who knows why? So the watch potency principle is something. And then for me personally, if I'm wearing all these different styles of watches, I don't feel like I have a signature. I don't feel like I have an identity, an authentic self-expression. And that's important to me, wearing a watch, because I am a man full of excessive self-regard. And so there's that issue. And then finally, just the time limitations principle. I simply don't have time to do WAP swaps all day and to distribute wrist time. Father Time is knocking on my door. And he's telling me, you got stuff to do. You got stuff to do, bro. So, anyways, some of you disagreed with me, and you were very thoughtful in your disagreement, and I appreciate that. Because what happens when you disagree with me thoughtfully, it makes me think about my approach more rigorously, and it makes me smarter. So you make me smarter, and I thank you for that. And I'm going to give you an example of a thoughtful in fact, I got so many good comments that I can't even address all of them in this video. I had to make a separate video, which I'm hoping to do tomorrow, based on your comments, your rebuttals to my argument. Here's someone, and I don't even know if I should mention the name. I don't know. Just we'll just say a thoughtful gentleman. I don't know. I mean, his call name is on my YouTube channel, but I mean, it's not really a name. It's letters and numbers and all that. I don't know. So just a thoughtful gentleman wrote this. Hey, McMahon, I practice watch diversity every day in every way. I've set up a rotation which requires 2 to 3 changes daily, in which each watch I have gets worn at least once a week. Okay. I have brand diversity, Seiko, Citizen, Orient, etc. I have style diversity, divers, pilot watches, etc. I have wearing diversity, NATO, bracelet. If you don't have diversity, then why have a collection? Great comment, thoughtful comment, and it made me think about my argument more rigorously, and for that I thank this very thoughtful gentleman. But I do want to offer some rebuttals to his comment. The first thing he said is he makes 3 swaps a day, 3 watch swaps a day. Okay. For me, that's not fun. I don't want to make 3. That's hectic. I feel like I'm going to play My Fair Lady and I'm doing 18 costume changes during the play behind the coat rack. Don't want to do it. Don't like it. When I think of doing watch swaps, it reminds me of 1975. My mom used to take me to the community pool. And I would play in the pool, and I was Prince Namor, Marvel superhero. I was Prince Namor in the pool, and I was saving the world from the Red Skull, this villain. And I'm right in the middle of saving the world from the Red Skull, and the lifeguard at 2 p.m. says, "Kids, get out of the swimming pool. It's the adults only pool time." And I got to get out of the pool right when I was in the middle of saving the world from the Red Skull. I'm Prince Namor. And then I got to wait. I don't know what it was, an hour? You're killing me, lifeguard. I gotta wait an hour, and by the time I get back in the pool, I don't know, the wind was taken out of my sails. Once I put this watch on, I don't want to swap it. I want it on all day, maybe 2 days in a row. I want to enjoy it. I want to feel what it's like, man. I don't want to do any swaps. Not fun, but I appreciate his comment. Okay, here's the other thing he said in his comment. I wear my watches once a week. Okay. I can't wear a watch only once a week. That is going to make me miserable. I can't wear this just once a week. Okay, here's what that's like. I'll give you 2 examples what that's like. I got a girlfriend. I live in Florida, let's say, hypothetically. I'm a 25-year-old. I live in Miami. And I got a beautiful girlfriend. She lives in New York, and I see her once a week. That's misery. That's not sustainable. That's not even a real relationship. That's disgusting. I don't want to do it. It reminds me of this also. Let's say I get a dog. I want a dog, man. Once a week, though. That's like the dog doesn't even live with me. The dog lives across the street with my neighbors, and once a week I open the blinds and I look across the street from my living room window and I wave at my dog. That's not working for me, but I appreciate his comments. All right, let's go look at his last one. He says, if you don't have diversity, then why have a collection? All right. The key word in his comment is collection. He's a collector. Okay. Me. I'm not a collector. I wish I were. I wish I were a watch collector. I would love to sit here on my YouTube channel and talk about being a watch collector, as if my watch buying habits are rational, as if they're something worthy of curation. I'm an addict. I'm the worst addict you ever met. I've bought the first generation Monster and sold it, rebought it, blah, 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 25 times. That's not a collector. I bought the 3rd generation Monster in many colors and rebought those like 25 times. That's not a watch collector. That's someone who needs help. There are various Seiko tunas, that I bought and rebought like dozens of times. Again, that's not a collector. This gentleman, he sounds like a real collector. He is different than me. He's the guy who drinks a fine rye whiskey. It's beautiful. He's wearing velvet. He's in this beautiful library. He's drinking beautiful high-grade rye whiskey. Me? I'm guzzling Fireball at a gas station parking lot at midnight with sweat rivulets going down my forehead. I'm not a collector, man. I'm an addict. And my whole approach to dealing with my watch hobby was based on me being an addict. So when I read his comments, they were so thoughtful, but it made me look at what I'm doing much more clearly. In fact, had he not written that comment, I wouldn't have seen the watch obsessive tendencies that I have so clearly. And for that, I thank him. My next video is going to be another thoughtful comment, and I hope I can do it in under an hour. But the gentleman, very thoughtful gentleman, he said, McMahon, hey, I would love to have a small focus collection, but how do you even know what you like? And man, that answer, I can't even do it in this video. It's going to take me a while. So tell me what you think. I think we'll call this video, Don't Confuse a Watch Collector with a Watch Hoarding Demon. I think I'm the Watch Hoarding Demon. And I think that's what we'll call it. Ladies and gentlemen, are you a collector? Or are you a hoarder like me? Are you drinking fine whiskey in your library with your leather patch elbow dinner jacket? Or are you like me, man? Are you guzzling Fireball underneath the gas station eaves at midnight? let me know. Until next time, I'm out.